Welcome to datascience.show, the podcast where data science meets executive leadership. We talk with top AI and analytics thought leaders about turning data into real business impact. If you're a C-level leader or data expert shaping the future, you're in the right place.
I'm your host, Mirko Peters. We explore how data science and AI drive real business impact straight from the leaders making it happen. Today, from pilot to product, a C-level playbook for packaging and selling enterprise AI. Why this matters? Too many initiatives prove the tech, then fail to deliver repeatable revenue or measurable ROI. This episode is practical, no buzzwords, focused on the decisions executives need to make to convert successful experiments into scalable, monetizable products.
Quick orientation. I'll reference a composite guest profile through the episode, an executive who has led productized AI across finance, retail, and manufacturing at scale. Think of a head of AI who moved from bespoke POCs to a catalog of 3 product lines sold across channels, embedded features inside customer apps, an API product for partners, and a managed analytics service for regulated clients. That profile will ground the playbook and the examples I share.
Section 1. Background and perspective. Why does this lens matter? Over the last decade, many data leaders focused on model metrics, accuracy, F1, AUC, which are necessary but not sufficient. Productization forces a different lens. Who pays, for what outcome, how we measure business impact, and who assumes operational risk. The composite executive I'm referencing spent their early career in ML research, moved into enterprise product management, and then into GTM for AI products. That trajectory matters because productizing AI is equal parts engineering, product, legal, and go-to-market design.
Their experience highlights 3 consistent realities. 1. Value is measured in outcomes customers can see and pay for. 2. Commercial models shape technical architecture. And 3. Legal and data contracts determine what you can actually sell. In regulated industries, that third point frequently kills deals late if it's not addressed early. So the first step in our playbook, align value discovery with commercial constraints before you build the model.
Section 2. Strategy to execution. The playbook. Step 1. Value discovery and product definition. Stop asking, can we build it, and start asking, will a customer pay for this outcome reliably at scale? Run outcome-focused discovery. Quantify the business metric you will affect, the baseline, and the minimum delta that justifies purchase. Attach dollars to that delta. If you can't show a clear financial mechanism linking the model to revenue or cost reduction, it's not ready for productization.
Step 2. Choose the commercialization model. There are 3 practical options: embedded features, API/platforms, and managed services. Embedded features are easiest to adopt inside an existing product and work when the AI augments a clear user workflow. APIs are best when third parties need programmatic access or when partners will integrate your capability. Managed services fit high-trust, regulated clients who prefer you operate and guarantee outcomes. Each model implies different SLAs, deployment patterns, and pricing strategies. Choose the model that aligns to buyer preferences and operational readiness, not engineering convenience. Step 3. Price on value, not cost. Pricing by model compute or training hours is a trap for commoditization. Price against the business outcome, per saved dollar, per retained customer, per avoided incident, or as a revenue share when you can measure it. Use staged pricing tiers. Pilot pricing to prove the outcome, then move to outcome-based or subscription pricing as the signal-to-noise improves. Be explicit about assumptions, data availability, performance envelope, and integration effort that underpin the price. Step 4. Align sales, engineering, and delivery. Create 2 sales tracks, productized offers and bespoke engagements. Compensate sellers differently and require conversion criteria for pilots to graduate into the product track. Engineers should own reproducibility and runbooks. Delivery teams should own onboarding and customer success. Insist on production readiness gates before any customer-facing deployment. Reproducible training, versioned models, monitoring, rollback plans, and runbooks for common failure modes.
Step 5. Contracts, IP, and data. Bring legal and data teams in early. Decide whether data is licensed, shared, or retained by the buyer. Specify model IP ownership and rights to improvements. Many vendors offer model as a service, with perpetual rights for the vendor to improve models using aggregated, anonymized signals. Others prefer customer-owned models. Whichever route you choose, document data boundaries, retention, and auditability. For regulated clients, include explicit compliance artifacts in the contract, model reports, fairness checks, and operational controls.
Step 6. Operational guarantees and SLAs. Don't promise perfect predictions. Promise measurable uptime, latency, and business-level guarantees tied to clear observability. Define acceptable ranges for inputs and fallbacks when inputs are outside the training distribution. Build escalation paths into SLAs and include a rollback clause. Operational readiness means monitoring model drift, label flip rates, data pipeline health, and customer impacting errors. Instrument everything so you can correlate model performance to business KPIs in near real time.
A few quick vignettes. A retail client sold a demand forecasting feature embedded in their merchandising suite. They priced on inventory dollars saved and required a 6-week pilot to calibrate integration. The vendors separated pilot commissions from product commissions, so sellers weren't incentivized to leave pilots in perpetuity. Another example, a payments company offered an API fraud score. They retained model IP, but agreed to a joint governance council that reviewed fairness and false positive costs quarterly. A small governance cost that unlocked a large partnership.
Now, Section 3. Leadership, Impact, and What to Measure. Organizationally, establish decision rights, a steering committee with product, engineering, legal, sales, and a customer representative. Use funding gates that require product market evidence, not just code, demand signals, conversion rates from pilot to paid, and customer-reported ROI. KPIs should be business first, revenue per seat, turn reduction, cost to serve delta, with model metrics as leading indicators. Tie incentives, product teams rewarded on adoption and retention, data teams on reliability and reproducibility.
Governance is non-negotiable. Implement staged risk reviews, pre-pilot data risk, pre-launch legal and IP sign-off, and post-launch monitoring. Make it easy to pause or roll back a productized feature if real-world performance deviates from expectations. This protects reputation and customer trust. And by the way, trust is the currency in enterprise AI sales. Looking ahead, durable risks and where to invest for the next 12 to 24 months. Expect higher buyer scrutiny on data lineage, explainability, and contractual guarantees. Invest in engineering primitives that enable safe releases, feature stores with lineage, model registries, automated testing for distribution shifts, and standardized observability. Decide when to centralize core AI capabilities, model infrastructure, compliance frameworks, versus decentralizing product development closer to domain teams. Centralize what must be consistent. Decentralize what needs domain expertise.
2 final actionable checklist items to start converting pilots into products. First, require an operational readiness checklist for any pilot to be eligible for commercial release, reproducible training, monitoring, rollback, SLA draft, legal sign-off. Second, create separate commercial motions and compensation for productized versus bespoke sales, and set explicit pilot-to-product conversion milestones. These 2 moves reduce leakage, create repeatability, and clarify expectations for customers and internal teams.
Before we close, a brief reflection. Productization is not a one-time task. It's a repeatable discipline that combines product thinking, commercial design, and operational rigor. Treat models as components of a product that customers buy and rely on. That distinction matters. That's the difference between models and value. If you found this episode valuable, subscribe and share it with your network. And let's connect on LinkedIn. I'm Mirko Peters. We'll be back with more conversations on how data science and AI create real business impact. Until next time.
Thanks for listening to datascience.show. If you found value in this episode, subscribe, share it with your network, and join us next time as we explore how data science drives smarter decisions and better business outcomes.